Maybe we're broadcasting live for Non-Farm Payroll. Again, my name is Greg McLeod from Elite Traders University. And wherever you may be watching, either on YouTube or on the Facebook or on the various pages, make sure that you are, you can respond in the chats where you are. And we're going live. We're going to be trading non-farm payroll today. This is the 2nd of July, 2021. My name is Greg McLeod from Elite Traders University and the Forex Cash Machine. And it's so good to be with you here on this this fabulous Friday, this non-farm payroll day. This is the economic report. And we're going to be trading that. We're going to be looking at the markets, and we're going to be entering some trades. And at 8:30, the much-awaited jobs number will be coming out, and that's usually going to create a lot of impact and create a lot of movement in the market. And so fantastic. I think we're using this brand new software. It's called Switchboard, and it's really cool. And so I think we are going live and we are streaming. We seem like we have a little bit of a delay, a little bit of a drag, but we'll work with it. I do have a page for YouTube for, I think, Greg McLeod. I'm going to go live there as well. Okay, and go live here. Okay, so we're live in 6 destinations, which is awesome. And you can see my screen, and we're actually going to go. I know do a little bit of preliminaries. We'll look at the my market heat map. This is an arrangement of currency pairs by percentage change. And you can go to we can see what's moving, what's hopping, what's popping, what's not in the market on mymarketheatmap.com. And we can go ahead and take a look at what's going on as far as the equities are going. Seem like they're a little flat ahead of NASDAQ is up. We have the ASX, the Australian market was up. S&P 500 is up about 0.1%, and the DAX is up as well. Let's take a look at what's going on with the currencies really quickly in my market heat map, and we're going to start the Forex majors. Take a quick look at that. We'll look see, and we can see the US dollar is in the top spot barely. It's a very neutral, you've got a lot of red, nothing in the green, so everything's very tight ranges ahead of non-farm payroll, so we're not getting much of an edge from that. Let's go ahead and take a look at one of the tools in our my market heat map is the economic calendar. Take a quick look at that, and we can see what's going on for this week. For today, it's going to be our big announcement, which is non-farm payroll. And the estimates are as high as 755, but we're looking at 700,000 as forecast. Previous number is 559. Usually a better jobs number. Actually, sometimes it actually goes against the U.S. dollar as people move from lower from lower yielding bonds into the stock market and into higher yielding currencies. This is called like a risk-on event. It can be risk-off if it's less than 700,000. And if we miss the previous number as well, that could be a negative as well, but it could benefit the dollar. Okay, so it's contrary. It's not what you think. Sometimes a missed number could actually benefit the dollar. But what we're going to do is we're just looking at the impact, and I'm actually going to look at the dollar CAD as a currency of choice. But let's see what we got. We'll see. Actually, we've got a nice breakout. I have a breakout on the euro on the 5-minute chart, and I might actually go ahead and take that. Okay, I'm actually going to get long. I'm long at 118.23. I'm going to place a stop below the swing low. We got a nice little trend line break, and we'll try to scalp that for about 11 pips. Okay. So I was actually waiting for that. I had drawn that trend line. We had some some downward pressure, and then we have a break of the trend line. It's a little early. If I get stopped out here, I have a 6.8 pip stop to make 10, and I actually think we could probably move really far. We could probably get as high as a 118.46. However, if it does turn around and it does break, what I'm going to look for is a we could have a downward move towards this broker target here that they have right here. But I'm looking at this as possibly a I'm not married to a position, but we got a break early, and sometimes these breaks early are good indications of what's going on in the market. So again, we're awaiting non-farm payroll, about 12 minutes outside. I'm looking at the this is the euro on a 5-minute chart, and so I'm already entered long. I'm already long at one spot 1823. I'll take profit at one spot 1846. And we've been trending down the entire day. So sometimes what we have in the market is that market makers, big players, will take prices down to an area of support. What's it, 118.17, right? And this could be a fake move to the upside just before, could be some type of pump and dump. But I'm just riding the momentum on the trend line break. And now, unfortunately, I don't have the chat box open. There is no, I would have a centralized chat box, but I probably can use my phone to look at the Forex cash machine. Okay, the Forex cash machine is my free VIP Forex scalping group. So if you want to, chat with me or chat in my group, you can go over to it's the number 4X cash machine. But I will give you a oops, how about that? Boom. Oh, that's that. Boom. How about that? Yeah. Oh, .com. Okay. So come over to www.theforexcashmachine.com. Okay, and then enter. Go ahead and fill out the little questionnaire, and you should be inside the Forex Cash Machine group. Okay, the Forex Cash, if you look for it on Facebook, it's actually the number 4X Cash Machine. Okay, so that's how you can, and then okay, so. So I've got a little Bloomberg in the background, so we can get a real-time alert of what's going on as well. Okay, again, I'm long. Again, my name is Greg McLeod from the Elite Traders University, www.elitetradersuniversity.com. If you are looking for mentorship or help in your trading, we've got some free resources there for you. We have a Forex Income Blueprint ebook for free that you can download from the website. Also, there is a masterclass that you can go ahead and access to, a free on-demand class. Don't worry, you don't have to register for a time or a date or anything like that. It's on demand whenever you have time to watch it. This makes sure you have 45 minutes to an hour to watch it. I also do some trading in that video as well, to show you what can be done on demand very quickly when you recognize institutional order flow. Okay, we're going to be able to look in the market and actually see what's going on, and ahead of time. What we do is we're using predictive patterns to be able to predict what's going on ahead of time, and that gives us an edge in the market. And if you're trading without an edge, you're probably struggling at trading because you learned all the stuff. You learned all the wonderful patterns, the head and shoulders and the moving averages and the CCIs and the Bollinger Bands. You know the stuff, but so does everybody else, okay? So you have to have an edge because the market, the losers pay winners. And if everybody's on one side of the trade, like right now, we have this indicator kind of like tells us how many people are short and how many people are long, right? And if too many people are long, then what happens is that prices will go down, right? You get people who are like 100%. They're 100%. The sentiment is 100% positive for Bitcoin. Losers pay winners. So who's going to pay all those 100% people who are long Bitcoin? No one, right? So the people who are short are getting paid right now. So, and that's called sentiment analysis, and we teach sentiment analysis in the Pip and Run Forex Scalping course. In fact, this is my logo, Pip and Run, right? I'm so glad to be with you here on a Friday. I haven't done this in, I did it a couple of weeks ago, actually. But to this extent, I've got the technology working, and I'm ahead of time and not doing it the last minute. And I'll have more than, hopefully I have more than, I have more than my mom watching. Hi, Mom. And let me, I'm back. Let me see if I'm going to get into the Facebook group of my phone because I'm using one screen here. It's more comfortable in here. I mean, it's very close to my bed. Hey, I see myself. Comment. It is delayed. Oh my God. Oh, okay. I don't want to watch the Facebook app. I just want to watch it. Hello. Oh, it's not tomorrow. Tune in tomorrow? No, don't tune in Saturday because I won't be here. I guess it's going to make me watching Facebook. Oh, I can hear myself too. So there's a lag. Okay, so I warn you that that there is a little bit of lag. Hey, Quentin, I see you, brother. How you doing, man? Quentin, my bro. Anybody else? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear it. Now remember, you can come over. For those of you who are watching on other venues, you can chat or communicate with me at theforexcashmachine.com. Hey, Quentin says I'm great. Awesome. Very cool. So it's cool. I figured this out. I'm looking down at the phone, looking at Quentin's message on my phone, but I'll look at the camera too. But good. It's easier for me to have like people in the room. I don't know. It's like being a stand-up comic and not having an audience. I get get that feedback. So this thing may dive, and if it dives, I'm going to get stopped out with a 6.8 pip loss, but I will hammer it on the short side because non-farm payroll creates volatility. Okay, so think of the news like a rock. Okay, like a big rock, and when you throw that rock into the water, it creates a ripple. Okay, so the news creates a ripple. So the ripple, in this case, the direction of the market, that pushes that price in one direction or the other. So we don't really care. I mean, we used to, pour over statistics and what the number is going to be, but it really doesn't matter because what will happen is they'll justify the number. If the number is bad, then people will sell the dollar and buy the euro because the European economy is stronger than the U.S. economy. And they'll make that excuse, right? And then if the number is really good, they'll sell the dollar and buy the euro and say, oh, well, the U.S. dollar is a risk-off currency for buying bonds, so we're going to buy the euro instead because, there's more opportunity, largely, all kinds of, they'll buy risk, they'll buy pound, obviously they'll buy New Zealand dollar. They travel together. Pound, Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar travel together. Swiss franc, Japanese yen, and US dollar travel together, okay? And they go in the opposite direction. When one is stronger, the other is weaker. So people sell during a really good stock market. See, the stock market has been kind of sideways as well. And sometimes what I'll do is I'll check the equity market. I will check the heat map in the equity market. But right now, we're in it. Okay, we got 2 minutes left before the announcement. And like I said, I have a trigger. My stop is 6.8 pips. So I'm either going to lose 6.8, and if I do, I'm going to hit it on the short side. I'm going to hit so many shorts, it'll make your head spin. However, if this thing breaks and keeps going at about 7:30 or so, it says 7:30 on my clock. I'm in Central Time, so we're going to look at. So we're moving. In fact, see, I'm in the market ahead of time because we've got certain pattern, certain cycle pattern. There's a whole bunch of stuff that's going on. That's I have another monitor for that is pointing me to the north side, right? And I have my take profit back up here because we have this big wide-ranging candle. It's like a gap because when price goes vertical in Forex, there's really there might not be any buy orders in there at all or sell orders at all. I mean, just gaps. And then Forex colors in with the crayon, the red crayon, right? So we might see price come up there. Like I say, if not, I'm going to be ready on the south side. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a sell stop, okay? A sell stop that when I'm stopped out here, I'm going to get short there, and I'm going to, okay, your gold, okay, Rainer, okay, there we go, okay. So, see, we came up to the 50-period moving average and turning down, so, and we've got, oh, here we go. We can't even see. Wow, look at that. Look at that. So I got stopped out there, but okay. So we were stopped out. We took our 6 pip loss. And we have a non-farm payroll is out. The number is out. Increases to 850,000 was the June payrolls increase. 850,000. $850,000 is the number. Okay. 850,000. Okay, so long wick down there, not very good there. We got some profit on that. But let's see if it continues. We broke support. Support was broken at 181.16. Long wick. Hey, Pero's there. How you doing, buddy? Okay. Now we're going to watch this too because this could be a fishing expedition. We've got south side break and then a long wicked wick. We want to see continuation. If not, we might be in a little bit of trouble here. Okay. Okay. And we are in trouble, right? All right. So, and then we're going to close all. Yes. Reverse. Right. Okay. Okay. So 850,000 jobs, and it was bullish for the dollar, like I told you that we have that. Wicked reversal. It's like ambushed. So here's the filling of the gap. There's our red candle gap, and it filled it right to that point. So that was that's like old school there, where they would fish it down one way and pop it the other way. When you have actually a better than expected number, we have a better than expected number, and then okay, and then there's 7 pip limits there, and then I want this kind of spread out. Let's see if we can. Yeah, again, the non-farm payroll number 850. So we were right on the long and fished out to the south side with maybe like a broker running with some type of stop run, but we flipped and got long. Okay. We're at that one spot, 1844. And we have the 50 period moving average and the 733 period moving average. Okay, so here we go. So we've got so these are starting to come into profit. Whoa, look at that. Close out, limit out. Okay, there we go. Wild ride, huh, guys? My goodness. Wow. Pay me. Okay, we got this moving average right there. We can take that. Okay. Let me go down to a 1 minute chart. So we got spanked to the south side, but then we flipped north, and our prediction was right. That long wick was pretty wicked, right? So let's see if we can get some further move up to the north side here. We're at one spot, 1853 and 52. Don't know if Craig's out there. I know Craig said he's in Cameroon, and he was going to howdy to him. Okay. So got ambushed at the wick, and so the green ones, the red ones are bad. The green ones are good, but the news is very bullish for the U.S. dollar, or bearish. Hey, Craig, there he is. Okay, so there you go. So again, the non-farm payroll number, 850,000, much better than expected. And again, see, the dollar has that kind of weird, I told you about that earlier. I said, hey, you know, if it's a really good number, it could show the American economy is good, benefits the dollar, and then, but if it's a really good number, it could also benefit the, you know, all the other currencies. Like if we were to go to the pound, you know, if we were to shift over to the pound really quickly, everything rallied versus the US dollar. So your Aussie would have been up as well. Aussie was up. Here is the pound was up, right? This is the pound. Same chart. It looks like the same chart. I just changed it. It doesn't even look, it looked the same, right? I went to pound. I went to Kiwi dollar. If I went to NZD USD, it would have been the same, right? Same push up, you know, push up. We're gonna have a pullback and probably an extension higher. So I am gonna stick with this long Kiwi yen push up higher, because basically you're selling yen, buying Kiwi dollar, because of the now, and your dollar pairs, your dollar CAD, well, you see it fake rally to the north side, push back to the south side, trend line break, right? And now it's, you know, rallying too. So you've got that. So if you did a straddle is when you went long and short on both sides of the market. And then let's say you went long like I did, like you get stopped out, and then it switches, then you get, you know, whatever one makes profit, you let it run. So, but see, this is coming back, right? And it should come back to a Fibonacci level and turn down. So here is our turn down, right? Turn down to 38% retracement right there. So we should maybe see a retest of the low at 123.78 on the Canadian dollar CAD, right? But we're in, I'm going to stick with the euro. Euro is my hero right now. It wasn't at first. It was kicking my butt before. Lethal from the islands. How you doing, brother? Okay. So this is what we're going to do. We have an established high. We have an established low marked by my losses right there. And so if I take a Fibonacci from that low to that high, I have a bounce at the 38% retracement. So if I got a nice bounce there, and then my take profit will be the old high. So let's see if we can bounce to the old high and get another 12 pips. But usually if we have an established high and an established low, our high and our low, and I'll draw a circle around that so you can see it. So I'm going to do a little bit of teaching. Hopefully I don't distract myself out of more money, right? Hey, Jay. How you doing? Australia. We got the whole world covered right now. We're right. East, west, south. How you doing, brother? JD. Got some amazing traders in the room here. JD, Litho, Craig, Pero, Quentin. Nice to have you aboard. Okay. So this is what we take. We take Fibonacci expansions. Once we have an established, looks like a fib, you know, it could be telling a lie, right? Fibs are lies. This is kind of funny that fib and lie and Fibonacci are like the same thing, right? Anyway, we connect that bottom to that top and then connect this level here. Nice. Okay. So here's our pullback. And then we have price targets, right? And so from this Fibonacci expansion, we have price targets. The 618 is actually at 118.70. So we could probably get a little bit more out of this trade and not settle for the 7 pips, right? There's 100% expansion up here at 100% expansion at 118.89. So we can try to get a little bit more on there, right? Right. So we'll we will see. We'll see. We bounced off the 38% retracement. We'd like for that to hold, and we'd like for price to continue up. 742, again, you're watching Non-Farm Payroll with Greg McLeod, and great to be with you. We got back in, and we are looking for an expansion. Usually we get the leg up, pullback for profit taking, and then we usually get an expansion, maybe up to the old high. And if it stalls at the old high, we get a double top, 118.56 if it stalls there. But if it breaks and extends, when we can see a move up to clear up to 118.89. We've been pretty bearish previously going into the non-farm payroll. We got, and then at the announcement, we got as low as 118.05, which is like almost a whole number, round number, 118.00, very close to that area. So we're looking for price to make maybe another quick surge. And sometimes what happens is we get a reversal after about an hour, and that's called the news fade trade that we usually like doing, where we see price move up in 3 waves, and then we fade the move. We basically take the opposite side of the trade and take it back the other way. And because what happens is the people who were, wherever they were long or they were short, they're taking their profits. And so when you see that profit taking, you see the reversal in price, right? So the initial move was short, and it seemed like it was more like a knee-jerk reaction to, and it was on low. It was on probably a low volume move down, and our initial move was actually trendline break, but I wasn't going to hold it through that, and then so we were long initially, and then we flipped it and added some shorts, but it's all good, right? So, and then we've been in a downtrend and for a while, and there's a guy by the name of Elliott, Ralph Nelson Elliott. He's the creator of the Elliott wave, and he back in 1933, he studied 75 years of price data on the Dow, and he basically found that prices moved in a 5-wave sequence in one direction, and then when it pulled back or corrected in 3 waves. Okay, and so he counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then he had this retracement of ABC, right? And so if you look at just at the euro, we were at this, we've been in this downtrend for a couple of days. And so now we're rallying up. And so we would look at this as being our first wave up, our second wave down, and then we're looking for our third wave to either make it to the old high, that's the minimum target, or extend. And that's where you get your AB equals CD, your Gartley equal wave patterns. There's a lot of different names for it, but you take the distance from here to here and project it, that's 100%, and that would be your bearish Gartley, your AB equals CD, and then selling at 188.94 to continue dollar strength, right? So, and you can see that this isn't moving up very quickly, which means that, there's probably more, it's struggling even with this powerful risk on news. And I'd like to turn back around and get in the in JD's direction. But I think we got a little bit of push up to go. I mean, we could double bottom at the 118.35 area where this area here is. But we didn't reach the old high. And if we got to the old high, it would probably kick it there for a little bit. Okay. 1840 and 41. Again, you're with Greg McLeod. Nice to see you this morning or this afternoon. Every part of the world, like good evening, good afternoon, and good morning, right? But it's morning here in Texas, and we are trying to scalp some non-farm payroll here. Okay, we're retesting that 38.20. Again, looking for we took a storm of trades to the upside. I think we're still a little down, but if we follow the extension and we hit any of these targets, we should be back in the money. But that long wick was that long tail tiger was, didn't react fast enough to that. And then so I would go ahead and draw, if I weren't already in this trade, I would draw a trend line like that across the top, and then look for, and if I were looking at a long, I would look for that trend line to break. So there's a lesson here, and normally I have my indicators up there, part of my system, but I'm using a single screen, and I would have, that would have been avoided because it was a low. Can you put tick volume on here? It's probably a low volume move. Let's see, options. I think we can go tick to volume, right? Yeah, it was a drop on kind of low tick volume. And then the volume just moved to the upside there. But and another good lesson you can learn is stick to your analysis. I was long. I was my initial was long. Everything was forecasting long, and it's just that when you have this a long wick like that, it could just keep running on you. So here we are, 118.37, and again, look at this, how we're holding that 38% retracement, but it's very kind of meanderingly weak, and it may move sideways until the open of New York. 38.34 and the 50% retracement. So you have a pennant or a flag that is forming right here. Uh, 118.36, and like to see some green. Seeing a lot of red, a lot of red candles. And we're putting the test to the three-wave theory, right? So here's our 1, and here is our A, and this is our choppy B, and B is correcting. It may come down to the 50% retracement, 118.31, and the 618 is at 118.25. Okay. So as long as it stays above the old wick low, we're going to stick with it. But it's usually when you have a pullback, the 38 holds. That shows that there's like good interest in the pullback. When you start going down into the 50 and the 618 and the 786, you have a weaker, weak hands. People not really like. I don't think I really want to buy this at this price. I don't know. And so when it does bounce, it doesn't bounce all the way. So what'll happen is it'll bounce at the 618 and maybe go up to the 618, and that's it. Or double tops, right? But it's not going to go like 2.6, 2.24 or 2.618. That's if we bounce off the 23% retracement. The buyers don't let price go down too low, like it got down to 118.45 and they snapped it up and it's going to the moon, right? So you can tell the strength of a move or how far it can move up based on how deep the correction is. If the correction is super deep, then what's going to happen is that usually the expansion, the pullback, the expansion is not going to be that high. So it's like pulling back on a bow and arrow. You pull back, right? If you pull all the way back, then the arrow goes farther, right? But actually, it's the other way around, right? If you pull back a little bit, in this case, if price bounces back a little bit, then it has farther to go. So here we go. We got the bounce. We're on our three-wave correction. So we look for an expansion move to the old high, which is very conservative. The 618 would get me out of most of my trades. And probably bring me back to break even after getting smacked around down here. Man. And maybe I could take another one right there. I'm doing a lot of talking and not doing a lot of trading, but so there we go. And I'm going to go for the old high. That will give me about 15 pips. There we go. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Let me move this over because you can't see. IC Markets is like, here we go. This trade is brought to you by IC Markets. Like, no, it's not. It's by me. Okay, yeah, I'm really lagging. I'm like going, wow, this thing is just. And when people start like congratulating me ahead of time, like, oh, you guys must be ahead of me, right? Again, if you are watching this on another network and you want to communicate with me, you can come to our Facebook group, the Forex Cash Machine, theforexcashmachine.com. Got a nice bullish engulfing candle, a bounce off the 38% retracement. Looks like we are gaining a little bit of traction there. One 118.41. You're with me, Greg McLeod, from the EliteTradersUniversity.com and the Forex Cash Machine. Make sure you check out our website for a free masterclass and also a free income blueprint ebook. If you're new to trading or you're looking for help in your trading, my specialty is I help struggling traders, stop buying and holding and get in and get out quickly with Forex scalping. And we have a 3-step method for developing professional trading skills. In fact, Craig is one of our illustrious alumni. Craig and his beautiful wife. Say hello to Asha for me, Craig. Miss her much. There we go. Making some money. Pay me! Pay me! Let's go. So we're approaching the old high. Old high comes in at one spot, 1857. And your lovely daughter as well. Okay. We're at 118, one spot 1847. 47. We're using the C-Trader platform. You guys enjoying this? Is this helpful? If anything, you could trade against me. Like, hey, Greg's long, I'm taking short. Like, and that's fine. If you make money, that's cool, right? Let me know in the chat box. Thumbs up, high five, something. I don't know if anyone, he's been, hey, I'm watching myself drink coffee. It's pretty cool. Okay. Anyway, so I'm going to sit on these. I'm not, again, I'm more apt to the dollar. If you look at the dollar index on a weekly chart or a daily chart, the dollar's coming back. So I think this is corrective. Awesome. Craig says he's watching carefully. Quentin gives me 2 thumbs up. Thanks. I feel the thumbs up energy. Woo, yeah. Oh, hey now. Woo. Ow. Come on. Get out of the way, C-Trader. All right. All right. Yeah, JD, I agree with you, man. This is a corrective move, and I would pile on the shorts. Once I get out of this, I'm like going, okay. And the thing about it is 1855 could be all that this thing does in double tops and drops. It forms like an M pattern. So I might just, when all these things go positive, I might just look at that. We might, right? We may get something like that, a bearish M pattern. You know, I might even take. I might even take a couple of these off, lighten my load. I'm getting. Because it's struggling. You see, it's struggling. It's kind of like, yeah, I know that this old guy by the name of Elliot said I'm supposed to do a 3-wave correction, but man, I'm tired and I want to go back to 117. Okay. Here we go. Come on. Push it, baby, push it, push it, push it. I'm gonna erase this. I actually wanted to go higher. Just give me out. And this is what I'll do too. You can draw, another thing you can do is draw a trend line across the low like this. This thing breaks this red line. Well, it's not red. It's gonna be red when I get done with it. There, it's red. Crosses this red line. This is like short city, right? And then you can tighten it up. Oh, look at this. See, it's just struggling with that. Yeah. Let me stay on the bean here. Come on. We have another trend line. We can connect the swing low from here across the bottoms like that. And that line would be a trigger as well. We call them speed lines. All right. Okay. But I think we bounced at basically the 50 we should get 618, you know. Okay, we just broke above the high. The shorts are probably sitting there too, and the people were shorting and trying to fade me. He's like, fade me, fade this. No, sorry, just. Come on. You can do it. Push it. Dun, 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 dun. Come on, Greg, drop 10 standards on there and push it. I need a whale. Come on. The harder she blows, I need a whale. There we go. We got break. We got new high. A new recent high. Whoa, Shamu. Ooh, come on, baby. Hold that. You gotta hold that speed line for brother. Right here. Okay. 118.54. Hitting the line here. Zoom on into Pippo Vision. Dun, dun, dun. Put your Pippo Vision goggles on. Ooh. Okay. 1853. I mean, according to Elliott, we have completed our 3 waves. Really, that's that could be all we get. One, 2, 3, right? And then we're breaking that, but we haven't closed yet. And I like trading on closed candles. So this candle closes in 28 seconds, 27 seconds. We have a little countdown clock. Because what this will like that wick, right? It closed up and then boom, right? So you want to wait for the candle to close, because I'm sure I'm not the only rocket scientist looking at this trend line, right? So a lot of people say, oh, low trend line break, get short, right? And then they get short, and then market makers got you, boom. Oh, like that, right? Maybe not like that. All right. So this is the other speed line, not really drawn that well, like on that corner. If you can't get a candle you have to take the edge of the candle. All right, so we broke. You got the people who got short on the break below the line, and those guys are going to get their clock cleaned, right? Another thing, too, that's also bearish, I know, JD, we've probably seen this. This is we talk about the sentiment and smart money versus dumb money. And here we've got an indicator. I don't know how accurate it is based on all the people that use CTrader. But it says 37% of client accounts in the open positions in this expect the price to fall. 37%. 63% are long. Now, ordinarily, you say, oh, wow, so many people are long. That means we're in the right direction. It's like, usually, if whatever the number is bigger is usually the opposite direction it's supposed to go, right? So, let's go. We've got price broke the trend line, retesting it. Come on, we need a little push. I promise not the counter trend trade. Not really, but 118.54. Another indicator we use is a round number indicator. And let's see if we can find it, round numbers. And this puts your banker's support and resistance lines in, and we use 25 as a step. Every 25 pips you get these lines, and usually price will hang around, the 25, the 50, and then the next banker's line is 75, right? So you can see like we bounced off the 50. The 50 is significant. We broke the 50, and now we're on the other side of the 50. So it's almost like yard lines in rugby or something, or in football, right? Once we break 25, we went to 50. And if we break 50, the next target is 118.75. I'm looking at the last two numbers, excluding the fifth digit. I feel the encouragement, JD. Let's go. Let's go. All right. And you didn't have a follow through on the break. So you got to figure these guys who got short are like, oh my God, help me. And then we have but we also have old resistance. This old resistance high was right there. We peaked above it, pulled back down, and then now we are and this would be you can make this a supply zone as well. I'm going to want to see the candles. Oh, Jay, are you enjoying it? Yeah, well, I got the technology set up now because I'm using this streaming, but it's a API that works with Facebook, which is a little bit more, because you got to hook in a streaming service and all this other stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm trying to trade here. The mess of technical problems. Yeah, one big push, got 809 or 909. And it might wait till the New York Open. The New York stock market open may, hope it doesn't, that's like 30 minutes or 21 minutes away. And moving sideways, like I said, we just peaked, and if you're like, and then now we're breaking that second, it's challenging that line, that second line there, right there. And I've got the 7 pip limits here. I'm going to go for the 618, or the old banker's line is here at, I'm going to go for the banker's line. If we're going to do this, we're going to do this up right. Right. I mean, I take fast profit when we have a market that's really moving. But if this is just inching along, I think it's going to build up. It's building pressure in here, and usually we have this like pressure. It's a flag, right? We have another name for it, but it's basically we have price compression, buyers and sellers. Going to drop some Mentos in this Diet Coke, and it's either going to blow up to the upside. To meet the mathematical target, the mathematical target is there, right? But maybe people are not into math. A lot of traders are on vacation too. This is July. This is the season of, New York traders go to the Hamptons and European traders go to the French Riviera. They've been pent up because of the, bullish flag. Yeah, exactly, JD. Yeah. You have a lot of traders who are actually these moves may look really large, but really as far as volume is, it may be not so large. Okay, because we have a lot of participants not in the market. And it's not really, this candle here, this big red one, should have, like, if this was to go down, it probably would have went down here. But boom, people caught a bid, people start buying it. And so now it's elongating. And the more elongation that we have after our initial drop means that it's not going to last. It usually doesn't last very long, right? It's like arm wrestling somebody, and, if they can't get them down initially, eventually, pushes back the other way, right? So this is like, bulls versus bears arm wrestling, right? And the bears are pushing down. They got the red candle, but then it keeps holding. Eventually, the momentum changes, and then, I beat myself. Come on, green. Come on, baby. Mama needs a new pair of shoes. Mama's asleep. Okay. Come on. We got 118.52. And see that we bounced off the 50 line, and we can go back to Pippo Vision. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as we magnify price to see what's going on with Pippo Vision, put your goggles on. Hey, Corey gives me a like. Thanks, buddy. Here we go. Oh, okay. Yeah. And it's just consolidating small body candles. This is a 1 minute chart of the euro versus the US dollar. Again, we had the non-farm payroll number that was blasters, baby. It's just boom, like, but went south first, right? that wick. Like I said, we had the right direction. The long wick. In fact, I think one of our students, Jeff, he, and I don't know if Steve's online too. And I had a coaching session with him, and we were talking about the very same thing. Mike going, "Hey, what's wrong with you guys? You guys can't do it." Like, no, Greg. Like, we get into a trade and then we get wicked out the other way. I go, that never happens, right? Well, guess what? It happened to me. You guys saw it, man. It's like public. The master pipster got wicked, long tail. And I was going to do a webinar on long tail trades. Like, oh, that's such a simple strategy. Everybody knows that one. Like, everybody with Greg, right? I get long tailed myself. Like, come on now. Here we go. Come on now. Baby. New trend line. We got new trend line right there, so we can go back to the low. I know we got a lot of garbage down here, and see, what happens is you break the lines, and then you break another line, you break another line, you break another line, you break another line. It actually gets, it gets kind of it's all elongating, right? It breaks through the line. And what happens? These lines become invalid. They don't really become invalid. What will happen is that you can use these lines where price actually does this. It was kind of fun. If you price will come up and hit the line here, right? And then it'll go up and then hit the line. If we were to project this line into the future, oh, wow. Right? And then depending on the angle, it could come up and hit that line, right? So a lot of times I don't erase the lines, I keep them, because price will actually, the line that you draw from here to here, and was a guy that I used to trade with at when I worked for the Forex Capital Markets, when I worked for the brokerage, I was a moderator for the forum, so we had traders from all over the world, and they would post their ideas and trade and stuff like that. It was kind of like the Facebook for traders back in the day, if you were ever on the Daily FX forums. And his name was Striker. That was a really cool handle. No one used a real name, so his name was Striker. And Striker, in fact, his name Tahir Khan. If you look him up on LinkedIn, he used to post some really cool charts where he takes these trend lines from, like, I don't know, from the 1800s, and they extend, and all of a sudden price hits the trend line, right? So I stopped taking my trend lines off, and I started like projecting them out like that. And I go, wow, this thing bounced off the trend line here, right? There we go. Here we go. So let me get rid of Mr. Swiggle. Goodbye, Mr. Swiggle. Bam! It's a 1 minute chart. Curb your enthusiasm, right? The scale, 52 to 50. Well, actually, it's a 5 pip candle. It's kind of healthy, right? You got it, Greg. You know, like take it off. Maybe you should. Oh, stick to your discipline, Greg. Breakout. JD says breakout. There we go. Come on, this is it. That's it. We get the little hat, the little upside down, little tack, thumb tack, right there on 1 minute. Come on. New high. Bam! Oh. Now I'm gonna move this line out of the way. There you go. That line was in the way. Ooh. Harami. That looks like a harami, but it could be a stick sandwich. Harami is a bullish candle with a small bodied red candle. Oh, there we go. Now it's a stick sandwich now. 118.57. Again, you're trading non-farm payroll, the aftermath, right? 819, break to a new high, and you know, we got. Sometimes the struggle is real, guys. Like, do you take it or do you let it run to your target? I can lighten load. Right? I mean, I've got like 7 positions open, so I'll lighten up a little bit. I move that line out of the way, give it some space, let it breathe a little bit. But you can see that old high. Take some? Yeah. Good idea. Here we go. 1857, 56 by 56. This again is Greg McLeod from the Elite Traders University, live streaming to you on Non-Farm Payroll Day, the 2nd of July, 2021. And we got a full crowd. And thank you for watching me on YouTube. Thanks for giving me a thumbs up, a like, a share, and all the other good stuff. Thanks for watching me on Facebook. And also you come over to the Forex Cash Machine if you want to chat with me. We used to do pip and run when I worked. This is the show I actually had, and this is my logo. I don't know if you can see it right. Hey, I got a like. Ooh, got a thumbs up. Nice. Yeah, pip and run. We used to do it at 5:40 a.m. and I would trade like 5 days a week, live trading for 30 minutes or so. It was an hour. We used to do it for an hour. And I think maybe some of you guys might remember that. That was back in like 2012, 2013. I think I did for 3 years. And we used to have, 500, 600 people in the room trading. And they actually used to stream me on the Daily FX homepage, right? And we would just be banging the euro and just, everybody, when I press the button, you would have like hundreds of people press the button, right? Now, if you get like a bank like Bank of America making market on the other side of the trade, they weren't real happy. They're like going, what's going on here? And they go, well, we're creating volume. It's like, yeah, but you're not creating any losses. So I was promoted to currency analyst or currency strategist, and they told me not to do live trading anymore. But I was on the show called Analyst on Demand. I don't know if you guys remember that. But people know me as the person that presses the trigger. I'm going to pull the trigger on a trade, right? And so someone asked me, hey, what do you think about pound yen or Aussie dollar? And I just said, oh, yeah, I would go long right about now. Click. Boom. And then ring, 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 ring. Greg, can you step into the office? It's like, you did a live trade. You weren't supposed to do a live trade. It's like, but the guy asked. I was making the client happy. It's like, so we had to part ways. I took my pipping and running private, and the best thing that ever happened. Okay, we broke that trend line. Okay. So, and this, okay, so that, let's see, that's maybe our double top there. Let's see. We have a 50 period moving average at 118, and the 50, and the 50, we have a 50 line right there. That gray line is the 118.50, the 50 line, and that's coming in. That's coming in hot. Okay, so coming real hot. Some like it hot. Some like it hot. Okay. 1850 on the 50 line. Ah. $49, 1849 by 49 by 49. I mean, we've got this old flag support here, and okay, we've got 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds before the new candle. New candle with 48. The new candle is pretty red. Okay. And we're 45, and we are plummeting right now. Okay, that might be our, we broke multiple speed lines there, and we're 118.45. And was that all we were going to get out of that? I guess a triple top might be something, right? I'm trying to hold out for the 8:30 candle. We're at or 7. We're at 9:30, right? This is the we're at the open, right? 9:30. So we got 3 minutes before the New York Open. The 50 didn't hold. That's the thing. We had a flag. 50 didn't hold. Multiple tops there at 1858. So I'm probably going to bail on these. I'm going to wait for the 830 candle as my, which I'm going to endure a little bit of pain at 820 or 7. I'm at 927. Okay. $8.28 or $9.28, 2 minutes. And it looks like we have some like a morning star. Again, there's much more strength to the downside. The upsides are just struggle. Look at the color. There's more red. If you just count red versus green, right? There is a far more. And then we can draw another line. This would be probably the last one before like totally being bearish on this, is this line right there, because then we bounced off of this 118.40 or so, and this is the bulls trying to make a stand. And that stand did not look very, very strong at all. But again, could be a market maker trick trying to feign weakness at 8:29 a.m. or 9:29 a.m. Moving average sitting right there. We're below this line, but that 25 line looks really what it wants to do, right? And we've got 20 seconds to the next candle, 18, 17. And if this was an M pattern, then, we have that middle part right there. I mean, we're 1831 would be the first target there. And then this line gets extended. And I wouldn't add any more longs at all on this till we got back up. Again, this could all be one big long flag, right? Pull, flag, and then expansion. We are on a 1 minute chart, so the moves look a little bit elongated. But we are 8:30. Okay, 9:30. Okay, so we've got the New York Open, and usually we get some type of move in the Forex. I know it's the stock market, and people sometimes say, "Oh, wow, Greg, is the stock market." Well, that's a new group of traders hitting the market who trade currencies. You need currencies to buy stocks. And, remember we were looking at the news at 8:30, so maybe they were on the subway train getting into the office, and now they're looking at the number is this. Okay, buy, right? And then, everything starts going. So, so we're at 118.38. And okay, I'm gonna move this trend line out of the way so I can see what's going on. 36, and we're making the new low here. And let me look at a 5 minute chart. Let's see. And that was okay. That's really messy here. Okay, let me go ahead and get rid of. Let me do a little house cleaning. Do 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 do. We're gonna do a little bit of house cleaning. Okay, I'm gonna leave our okay. Do 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 do. Okay. All right. So here's our 5 minute, and like I said, sometimes we get that funky opening market, 2 minutes into the market is opening. What happened to my phone? Okay, if I have that. Okay. Okay. I had Bloomberg. Yeah, big bullish cap. Yeah, this one's coming in and on the 5 minute. So we might have, might still have some hope. I'm going to move these lines out of the way too. Not delete. 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 Okay, that was our line there. I think that's probably what it needs. These need a little bit of cleaning up here. Clean up them lines. All right. Pick up your toys when you're finished playing. Okay. Yes, Mom. Okay. Okay. Boom. What's this? 50 period. Yeah, we dropped right to the 50 period moving average. And if this is one elongated, we still would have our projection targets. Because we had 1, 2, 3 waves in, and then a pullback. 1, 2, 3, 1. That's there we go. And then we can go like that and like that. Okay. So that is our pullback. So yeah, that puts us in our targets. If this holds, then we would have this would become a harami. I have a bearish candle with a small body green candle. If it could stay green, right? Hey, this is the Green New Deal, right? Go green. Oh, it didn't. Oh, new candle. Yeah, 835. That 835 candle is like, okay. So we have a doji indecision. Bearish candle. Doji is the cross. So the decision that's made at the cross. And pretty muted open. Now this could form a morning star pattern, bearish candle, indecision, and we'd be bullish if we could break the high of the doji, and we can find the high of the doji by the high of the doji would be 118.44. So if we can break 44, then we'll be in good shape. Because basically the doji is like a range break. But then the low of the doji needs to hold as well. The low, we didn't get the low on that. The low of that doji comes at 118.35, and we are cutting through that like butter right now. Yeah, so that is our doji. Yeah. Doji did not hold. That's pretty bearish right there. And we're at the 50. We're at 118.34, coming off of the 50 line. And probably the last bit of support right there comes at 31, right? We've got this old low here, and going back to our fibs, if there's a retest of the fib, the 50% retracement is there. Again, it wasn't much of a not much follow through or extension, but it did give us a double top, multiple top actually, and I should have offloaded instead. I did take off some, but I should have took off like a majority of them there, right? So 1831. And that doji is broken. It was just like a pause, and this candle will close in a minute 54. That's a lot of pain for a minute 54. It's gonna leave a mark, but I'm probably gonna have to cut it. Yeah, it's pushing down pushing the other way, right? Okay. 123. So tricky this pair was. So if you are looking at this, if you're either be short euro dollar or long dollar Swiss or dollar CAD, should be doing pretty well. And we've got about 38 seconds in this. 34, 32. It's a countdown to the next candle. At the 50%. And it'd be cool to see a bullish engulfing candle. Really cool, right? Six seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 0. New candle, and the new candle, is red. Red 118.31. I mean, it's so red it can't even get up out of its own way. And that's kind of like telling you that, okay. It did close above the low, but it didn't turn green. Did not turn green at all. And we're at 118.31. Or actually 29, 118.29. It did make a slightly higher low, but that may be giving out the last bit of hope right there, right? $18.31. But definitely what we can do is, we can take a look at the market around this time. This is actually a good time to trade. And we do a regular stream share, but we are okay. Oh, Nelly. Okay. So the pain. We broke to a new low, and we are going to go ahead and we're going to take our lumps and we're going to close it out. We're just going to close them out. Close all. Okay. Yeah. We're out. Okay. Yeah, we're out, and we can go ahead and don't fight the tide, and then let's go ahead and we'll probably return back to the scene of the crime, and now we're on the right side of the trade. Let's see how that. So yeah, we took some pain there. But I figured if we didn't hold the 50% retracement and we broke that doji, that was going to be my sign that, hey, we need to abandon ship here. And now we're in line with the overall trend. And if we look at the overall trend, we'll probably we'll see what if we go out to a bigger time frame. If we go out to a 4-hour and we get rid of all these lines, object managers, remove all drawings. Yeah, thanks, Jay. Remove all, yes. Yeah. I mean, yeah, the non-farm payroll. We have the, hey, Matthew, how you doing, brother? There we go. So we've got lower swing highs and lower swing lows. I mean, we had that spike for non-farm payroll, but we have better than expected jobs. 850,000 jobs created. Just monster. The U.S. is a monster job-making machine, and so we took it on the chin there. We got some good ones fast on the long side, and then on the short side, price did not reach our target, and then it kind of wants to turn around, right? Exactly, yeah. So at this, hey, now we're getting our turnaround from the banker's line, right? Okay. So, hey, we can't ruin them all, but we'll be back again, and we'll be right back at the markets. I want to thank you so much. We're going on 8:44, and I know when I've lost a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and take my lumps and go home. Right? So anyway, I want to thank you so much for being part of the group, and we'll do this again. This was a lot of fun. I hope you guys had fun too. Let me know in the chat box, and we'll schedule another time. Maybe do it Monday. Well, see what's going on Monday, right? I'll talk to you soon. Hey, guys, have a great weekend, and thank you so much. We'll see you later. Peace and pips. Cheers. Bye.